Hi everyone, welcome to Poonam's Kitchen. In today's video, I'll share with you my recipe for making Sabudana Thalipeeth. These are savory pancakes that are generally prepared during days of fasting. As Sabudana is grain-free, it doesn't have gluten and is considered a good option during fasting days. I'll share with you all my tips and tricks to make a perfect Sabudana Thalipeeth. Crisp and soft each time. You will never fail with these tricks. These are tapioca pearls, also known as sago seeds and sabudana in Hindi. Sabudana has a white powder coating over all the pearls, which needs to be washed away thoroughly. So wash the seeds at least 3 to 4 times till the water that you get is clear. Here I have washed 3/4 cups of sabudana and now I'm adding some water to soak these seeds. Do not add too much water for soaking. Just a 1/4 inch over the surface of the seeds is good enough for soaking. You need to soak sabudana for 3 to 4 hours till all the seeds absorb moisture, swell up and become soft to the core. Soaking these overnight is a very safe option. I chose to soak these overnight and this morning I strained it in a colander. It needs to strain thoroughly. There shouldn't be any extra moisture. These are now dry, no excess moisture. And if I press this between my fingers, then they should be like a paste. In fact, before straining, check the sabudana. Taste it, feel it, crush these between your fingers. It should be mushy, it should be completely soft. If the seeds are not soft, then it means that they need to be soaked for some more time. And if it so happens that you have already strained the sabudana and then you realize that the seeds are still hard, then sprinkle some good amount of water over the seeds and let them sit for some time. The seeds must become soft before you make a dough with the sabudana. I'll now roast peanuts to make a peanut powder. Here I have set a pan to heat at medium, and once the pan is warm, I'll transfer 1 cup of peanuts to this. Now for the recipe, I need only 1/2 cup of peanut powder, but I need extra peanut powder for some other recipe as well. So doing it together here. Roasting peanuts might take anywhere between 3 to 4 minutes, depending on the heat settings. Once I transferred the peanuts, I have reduced the heat to between a low and medium, and that's where I'll maintain the heat. I'll toss this continuously. Do not want the peanuts to burn. It's been a little more than 3 minutes. Now when the peanut is roasted, it loses some of its moisture, and because of which the outer skin becomes dry and is easily removable. You can see that the peanuts have started shedding the skin in the pan itself. Because of roasting, the peanuts also start getting some color, like this. Look at this one. Now this is when you know that the peanuts have been roasted fine, and you can switch off the heat. The pan is still very hot. I'll remove the peanuts to another plate for some quick cooling. I do not want to cool these completely. I just need these to be warm. It's been 10 minutes and the peanuts are now warm to touch. I need to remove the skin, for which I'll rub these between my palms. The skin separates. I'll do this for all the peanuts and blow away the loose skin onto the kitchen sink. This is best done when the peanuts are still slightly warm, not with cold peanuts. Here I got the skinless roasted peanuts. I'll transfer them to my mini chopper and chop these to fine bits. Not looking at to completely turning this into a powder. I need little coarse pieces like this. It gives a nice texture to the thalipeeth and of course a flavor too. Here I got 1 cup of peanut powder from 1 cup of unroasted raw peanuts. We'll now start with making the dough. I'll transfer the strained sabudana to a mixing bowl. Here I have 1 cup of grated potatoes. For this I boiled 2 medium-sized potatoes and allowed them to come to room temperature before grating. I'll spread the grated potato all over the sabudana. It is the potatoes in the dough that make the thalipeeth soft. If you wish to make a little more firmer thalipeeth, then you can reduce the quantity of the potatoes. Some people add some grain-free flours also to this dough to make firmer thalipeeth. To this I'll add half cup of roasted peanut powder and 2 teaspoons of ginger paste. I'll spread the ginger paste all over just like the potatoes. Time to add the spices. 1/3 teaspoon red chili powder, or as per your taste you may add green chili as well, or black pepper powder. 1/2 teaspoon salt, again as per your taste. I'm keeping this very simple on the spices. I'll now mix this together to make a crumbly mixture and then knead this to make a non-sticky dough. You may add any herbs or any spices of your choice. You have to actually just put together all the ingredients and you get this dough. You won't need any water to make this dough, but if you feel that it is becoming sticky, you may wet your hands a little and then knead the dough. Now, since sabudana doesn't have gluten, so this will not be resilient the way the all-purpose flour dough is, or it won't have the texture of the whole wheat flour dough. And zero gluten means that this dough doesn't need to rest. We could make the thalipeeth right away. But before I start making this, I need to make some preparation. Here I have a Ziploc bag that I have cut open from 2 ends. This is now a rectangular piece of plastic. In place of Ziploc, you may use parchment paper, 2 layers of parchment paper. Here I have a bowl of water. I'll need some water to make the thalipeeth. Here I'll set a non-stick tawa to heat at medium. To make thalipeeth, I'll wet my hands, both the hands, and take a ball of dough. I'll roll this between my palms and shape it into a smooth ball like this. I'll place it here at the center of the open Ziploc and cover it with the second half of the Ziploc bag, and then using my palm, I'll press this evenly to make a disc of this ball like this. But the disc now needs to be a little bigger. I'll spread this further by pressing using my palm. Avoid spreading this with your fingers, as the ridges on the fingers leave imprints on the thalipeeth. It doesn't get cooked evenly. So I prefer using the palm to spread this. Here is the rolled disc. See how evenly it gets rolled out. If you're making thalipeeth for the first time, you may choose to make smaller discs for sake of convenience. I prefer a big one because this takes a while to cook on the tawa. Another option is to take a bigger tawa wherein you can put in 2 to 3 discs at the same time. The tawa is now warm. I set it at medium heat. I'll apply some oil here at the center. I'll wet my hand and transfer the disc from the Ziploc onto my hand and then onto the tawa. While this gets cooked, I'll roll the second thalipeeth. Wet my hands, make a ball of dough, place it at the center and press it using my palm. It's been almost 3 minutes. I'll apply oil on this top side. You may use desi ghee, that is clarified butter. I'll first release the edges so that it's easier to flip. Look at this. See how beautiful this roasts. I'll press this lightly for even roasting. Now the bottom side would take another 2 minutes to cook.
Maintain the heat at medium.
I'll flip this. Let's check the back side. This one is done. The thalipeeth is ready. As you can see, this is a soft one. For a more firm thalipeeth, decrease the amount of potato in the dough or add some flour to the dough. Add a grain-free flour if you're making this for fasting days. 5 minutes to cook one thalipeeth, so it is best if we can take a bigger pan or a bigger tawa, or maybe set 2 tawas side by side. I got 7 Sabudana Thalipeeths from the dough that I made. This thalipeeth can be enjoyed with yogurt, raita, any curry of your choice, or with a cup of tea or coffee. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked my recipe. If you liked this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Poonam's Kitchen on YouTube. Click on my picture on the screen will take you to Poonam's Kitchen channel on YouTube. Do check it out. Thanks once again. I will see you very soon with a new recipe, a new trick, or a new idea. Till then, bye.